to a Robin Banks Productions, baby.
Yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass, boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass, boy, you done. Move the sticks, first down. You better not step out of bounds. You don't really want it, but you really need it. It's the underground, man, we undefeated. Michael Jackson couldn't beat it, fourth down, couldn't reach it, man, your squad about to lose it. Go ahead and face the music, flip a coin, you still lost. Pay the cost to beat the balls, turn your motherfucking lights off. Yeah, CTE, these niggas can't see me. Got your head fucked up, got the game locked up, and it's over for your ass. Fourth down, you better pass. You know what it is, you ain't gotta ask. It's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass, boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass, boy, you done.
Yeah, you know what it is. It's your host, it's your boy, Filthy Rich, of the Underground Sports Show, baby. Yeah, we live all the time, baby. Call into the show 412-407-2744. Talk your sports, talk your shit, cause that's how we do around here, baby. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into a little bit of everything. Of course, it's Sports Week in Review like I do every Sunday, man. Can't wait till game day, though. But yeah, man, Sports Week in Review on the Underground Sports Show. Get ready. Yeah. Alright, man. What's the deal? Appreciate everybody stopping up in here, boy. It's your boy Filthy Rich on the Underground Sports Show. Hey, we just gonna get into what I seen this week and what happened over the weekend in sports, especially here in Pittsburgh. Y'all know that this gonna be a heavy Pittsburgh show because, you know, hey, it's that time of the year. You know what I mean? Training camp getting busy. Saturday Night Lights, everybody ran down there, and the scene was beautiful, man. Scene was beautiful. Little different this year for us, right? No Friday Night Lights anymore. That's pretty wild. But you know, the Steelers still made it happen in the same fashion. Heard there was a lot of little nicks and bruises that went on down there, but I seen a lot of good things, man. I seen a lot of good things in training camp so far. I hate all the injuries. We haven't been too bad, but a lot of NFL teams have been suffering from injuries, and I just hate to see the injuries because I love to see everybody play. I want everybody at full blast, but we already know this time of year, this is what happens. This is what happens. So, yeah, injuries all over the place, man, in this past week. We'll get into the Hall of Fame. That was a pretty good Hall of Fame class that went into the Hall of Fame. And, yeah, let's start there, man. First of all, I want to talk about the game. All right? Now, everybody says they hate the preseason. But, hey, look here, man. That preseason game right there, the first game of the year, might have showed us that we need to pay attention to the preseason. Because the preseason can be entertaining, number one. This was a 33-30 game won by the Carolina Panthers over the Arizona Cardinals. And plus, we got to see some young guys out of college look good. Right? It was supposed to be Carson Beck versus Kenny Pickett, but of course, our guy, Kenny Pickett, a guy the Pittsburgh Steelers embarrassingly picked in the first round, still looks terrible, man. What is going on with Kenny Pickett, man? He's been on 5-6 teams, can't get right nowhere, been given plenty of opportunities. That night, he had the opportunity to at least be a backup in this league, and he don't look like he's going to win that job. And I know it's just one preseason game, but we got to talk about Haynes King, man, the quarterback for the North Carolina Panthers. I know it's just one game, but these are the guys that come in the hungriest. You look at Kenny Pickett, first-round draft pick, course, ACC Player of the Year, just like Haynes King. And that's another thing about this this game, Hall of Fame game. It was a big ACC showdown, right? They say the best players come out of SEC. Not always, right? Not always. Players come from a little bit of everywhere, and I love to see these ACC quarterbacks bloom right here. Because I think both of these dudes is good players. And I ain't talking about Kenny Pickett no more. Of course, I'm talking about Carson Beck. Carson Beck looked real good. Both him and Haynes King threw the ball all around in their first appearance on national TV in the Hall of Fame game. So you got to give them a shout out to that. I'm giving the whole ACC a shout out for that, except for Kenny Pickett, man. Kenny Pickett got the whole ACC looking bad. But of course, Haynes King was the story of the week after the game, and not to blow it up, but he definitely went out there and balled. I know it's one preseason game, but hey, man, he's looking like a young Brock Purdy, a guy that was drafted late and can actually play quarterback though, where people just don't notice. I mean, ACC Player of the Year. I seen him the whole time. I don't understand why other people didn't notice and how this guy went undrafted. Undrafted. To me, he was clearly the best quarterback in this game before the game even started. Clearly. I just didn't know when he would get a chance to play. So Carolina wins that game 33-30 on the last play touchdown by Haynes King. And yeah, we got to keep watching that guy. Unfortunately, he's not going to get a chance to start. And that's the messed up part about quarterback right now. It is a crowded position, man. It's a crowded room at quarterback. You got to be really, really good at quarterback to get drafted high. And, Kenny Pickett got the Steelers looking real dumb. It was a weak draft year for the quarterbacks that year, but still no excuse by the Steelers, man. The Steelers did not make a good pick with Kenny Pickett. Whoever we want to blame in the organization for picking Kenny Pickett, I think we all knew the Steelers were going to pick Kenny Pickett because of the Dan Marino effect, right? Dan Marino, they passed on Dan Marino back in the day. And, when they didn't want to let the next pick guy get right out of their backyard. And they went and scooped Kenny Pickett, and Kenny Pickett looked like the same guy he looked like his first year in this preseason game. What a shame, man. What a shame. All right, let's get to what the Hall of Fame game was really about, and it was honoring the guys that went into the Hall of Fame, all right? And the first guy we got to talk about is a guy that should have been in the Hall of Fame, man. My man, Roger Craig, man. Roger Craig should have been in the Hall of Fame. And, it was real wild to see Roger Craig because when we watched Roger Craig as kids, he was just so lively with the high knees, so much energy. And if you watch the Hall of Fame speeches and stuff like that, you got to see Roger Craig or seen any of the videos or seen him come on the field at halftime. Man, he just didn't look like himself because you just ain't seen him in a long time, man. And then he comes out and said he was suffering from dementia. It was like, oh, okay, I gotta get it. You know what I mean? There was some things going on with Roger Craig. You could almost like see it in his eyes, man. You know what I mean? And Roger Craig was when he ran the ball, his eyes would be huge in his helmet. That's just the way he played. So for me to see it in his eyes, it just brought me back to the memories of Roger Craig, man. But let's listen up to Roger Craig make his speech. He wasn't able to make his speech physically because of his dementia, but let's listen up to what he said about it.
I've been diagnosed with vascular dementia that my doctors believe may be related, at least in part, to the concussions I experienced during my career. The changes were gradual. At first, they were easy to dismiss as normal aging. Over time, my family noticed it too, and ultimately led us to seek answers from my doctor. Two things can be true. Football gave me opportunities beyond anything I could imagine. It helped shape the man I became. At the same time, we know more today about brain health than when I played. And I hope sharing my story encourages people to pay attention to their health and seek help when something doesn't feel right. I want people to know this diagnosis doesn't define me. I am still Roger Craig.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, I mean that was very powerful, man. Very powerful, because when you hear a message like him talking about his concussions and it affected the way he feels right now. By the way, Roger Craig is 66 years old, pretty young to be having dementia, you ask me. I mean, we all start to lose our memory a little bit. It gets a little loose. It don't take long, 30s, 40s, but not dementia like lost to where I can't make my own speech at my Hall of Fame, induction. So, that really messed with me right there. And I think, Roger Craig had a good message though, man, saying that, two things can be true, right? Football might have messed my brain up, but at the same time, it made me the stand-up guy that I am, right? It made me the guy that I am, and I would never take that back. So, football as a sport is truly about sacrifice, man. At the end of the day, it's about sacrificing the body, and there's no other way around it, man. There's no other way around it. And, I love the way Roger Craig put it, because a lot of guys might put it in the light to where it might show other guys not to play football or taking the risk to play football, and they choose other sports. But to me, I don't want football to diminish. I want football to be where it's at. I can deal with the rules they got going on right now and not hitting, helmet to helmet and all that. We can deal with that. But for football to go away, if guys keep talking in the way Roger Craig talked in one direction, if they only talk in that direction, football might go away. You got a lot of mothers and fathers that feel like maybe our kids should take another choice because we thinking about his health in the future. But you also got to think about the person as a man and, the way he gets through life and the things that he deals with. A lot of guys need football to stay away from stuff. The streets, right? We all know that growing up. A lot of guys, sports kept them out of something. And most of the time, you play the sport you're the best at. At the end of the day, a lot of these dudes is athletes, and whatever the one you excel at is where you stay. We got a phone call in the house. Hold up, y'all.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Ow! It's the underground. You hot in the mic, baby.
Stargill's in the house.
Stargill, what's the deal, brother?
Ain't nothing. Listening that you dropped that wisdom on football.
No doubt.
Yeah, it's football is really it's death.
Deaf?
It's death.
You say deaf?
Yeah, it's death.
Yeah.
The average man lives to be 69.
Okay.
The average football player lives to be 52.
Connected to FILTHY.
Hold on real quick. I lost you real quick, my bad. Say that again. Football does what?
Football cut 17 years off a player's life.
Mm-hmm.
It cut 17 years off a player's life. That's why they tried to squash the CTE stuff and concussion stuff and the lawsuits. Andre Dirty Waters from Philadelphia Eagles and Junior Seau.
Right.
Just two to name.
Yeah, with the suicide.
They I didn't want to say the word, but they committed suicide because that was the only cure for their headaches. They had headaches all day, every day from football hits.
Right.
And you're in Pittsburgh. I wonder if anybody's ever heard of Mike Webster.
Yeah, we definitely know Mike Webster.
Wonder if anybody's ever heard of Mike Webster. And he was he would live in his car, and it was hard.
Dang.
Yeah, he lived in his car, and he couldn't even pay his bills, and I think Tunch Ilkin went through it too. Deleted himself. Another Steeler lineman did. Terry Long. Yeah, it's football straight up death,
Right.
and the NFL doesn't want to deal with it because everybody's making billions of dollars. But the players are actually deleting themselves on the field.
Yeah.
That's the reality. That's the stone cold reality.
What you think about Roger Craig saying that he'd do it again, though? He's still pretty much worth it to him the way it molded him as a man. Any take on that?
I don't think he said it. I don't think he said he'd do it again.
Well, he said.
I've heard NFL players say that have made $20, $30, $40 million. I've heard them say they would give every dime back if they knew what you and I were talking about tonight.
I've heard some guys say that.
Your health is your wealth. Your health is your wealth. Your health is your wealth.
No doubt. He was talking about his experiences, though.
Yeah, but
he's
making.
He said he wouldn't take that back.
Hall of Fame. Cameras in front of him.
Yeah.
When you have cameras in front of you, you have to make politically correct statements.
You don't have to,
and
but you can. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
No, you have to because of the peer pressure.
Well, that was his own speech. He made that speech. He made that speech right there. Oh, he recorded that. That was pre-recorded.
Right, but you listen to what he said. He said first it was no big deal. It wasn't noticeable, and then me and my family started noticing.
Right.
If I hope God bless him with 50 or 100 more years. But if he's blessed with 2 or 3 more years, what he said could change.
Right.
And change from it was okay, it could change to regret.
Right.
And he's headed to the regret side.
Right. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
It could be. It could be. You never know. But I mean, I feel like what he explained in his speech, I don't want to assume what he's thinking or what he's going to be thinking. I was just going by what he said. He specifically said 2 things can be true. You know what I mean? I might regret a little bit that I got dementia, but at the same time, hey man, I didn't know no other way to live. That's how I made my living.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I supported my family, because you think about a steel mill worker. You don't think you in the steel mill breathing all that shit in, you know what I mean? All the chemical coal miners.
There you go. That's what I was getting ready to say. A coal miner.
Yeah. So,
coal miners live to be 45,
Look, man, you ask me, a man's life is about sacrifice a lot of times, man. Football kind of entails that. It's a game, but at the same time, it entails that to where, men, we sacrifice for our families and we jump in front of bullets for our families and, we break our backs for our families or anybody, our loved ones, all that good stuff. Our villages, our lands, our countries, But go ahead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great point.
Sacrifice.
Who was that singer said, work till you die, a man's got to provide?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna argue with you.
Right. All right. So let's move. You want to move on with me real quick, or you got something else to say on that topic?
Bro, I'm in your car. Man, wherever you drive is where we go. Bro,
Hey,
what you talking about?
No doubt. When I got a caller, though, I'll make sure you got what you had to say. You know what I'm saying? Because I want you to hear what. Go ahead and turn the volume back up. I want everybody to hear what Adam Vinatieri had to say too, man. Moving on to another Hall of Famer that went into the Hall of Fame this week, man. I mean, we all knew Adam Vinatieri was getting in, right? Kick for the Colts and for Tom Brady and the Patriots. I mean, how you get so lucky, you know what I mean? Some of this stuff is about luck, too. You get a lot of field goal attempts. Not that he wasn't making them, but
Yeah.
you know, you get to play for Tom Brady moving the ball up and down the field, and you get to play for Peyton Manning moving the ball up and down the field. That's a lot of opportunities to get put in the right position to be the hero too. Even at the end of the day, we all know them two dudes. They get the ball last. They was going to get a field goal at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Adam Vinatieri
Put
made
him in
them.
position.
Yeah. Yeah, he made them. So here go a quick sound bite real quick.
Hey.
Oh, no, let me go back. Quick sound bite real quick of Adam Vinatieri and something he said on his Hall of Fame speech since we talked about Rogers Craig's Hall of Fame speech. Here you go.
In the crowd today. Great to see you, brother. The only person who enjoyed holding my...
He's talking to Pat McAfee,
Pat
all right?
McAfee's here in the crowd today.
Here we go.
Great to see you, brother. The only person who enjoyed holding my balls more than my wife.
Damn.
She held for me in the off season when everyone else was gone. Get that right. Pat McAfee's here in the crowd today.
All right, so you heard it. Adam Vinatieri had jokes up there, you know what I'm saying? Told Pat McAfee, thanks for holding my balls all that time. You know what I mean? Of course, the punter's always the holder, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure he's standing around holding balls for him while he's kicking field goals or whatever, practicing or whatever. Kickers hang together, so I thought that was cool. You know, Adam Vinatieri basically clowning up there. You know, everybody had a good day, man. Ain't nothing like going into the Hall of Fame. Let's listen to what our boy Larry Fitzgerald had to say real quick about going into the Hall of Fame and his mentor, Randy Moss.
All the time. What I learned from Randy Moss, and my answer is always the same. I learned nothing. Because there was nothing I could do like him on the football field. They call him the freak for a reason. But what I did learn from Moss is about generosity. He gave me his clothes. He gave me his size 14 shoes. He came to my high school games. He let me use his car. And he even surprised me with the knock for the Hall of Fame. Randy, being acknowledged by you, someone bigger than life, it meant the world to me. People ask me.
So that's what's up, man. Larry Fitzgerald giving a shout out to Randy Moss, man. One of the greatest. You know, there's a debate probably between those two on, you know, who's the greater out of either one. You know what I'm saying? I think Jerry Rice, I mean Larry Fitzgerald definitely got more catches than yours than him. He's only second behind Jerry Rice. But, you know, if you ask anybody to make a top 10 all-time wide receiver list, I think a lot of people are going to put Randy Moss in front of Larry Fitzgerald. Not that they're right, though, man. What you think, Stargell?
Ooh, boy. That's it's too much apples and oranges.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Randy Moss is a game changer, huge play.
Right.
Whereas Fitzgerald is death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Yeah, two different type of receivers. Yep. So it's like, who do you choose? Who's more of a number one receiver? Would you say between those guys?
Number one.
If you had both of them guys, go ahead.
Both of those guys are number one.
Okay, but if they was on the same team,
it depends on what I needed. If I needed possession, I go with Fitz. If I got down in distance and want a big play, you already know.
Yeah.
Moss is the king of he's the king of the big play.
Yeah. You think the Raiders hindered him, like getting traded from Minnesota? Why you think Randy Moss didn't have a career he was supposed to have? I mean, Larry Fitzgerald really didn't win no Super Bowl either. Go ahead.
I think the Raiders what?
You think the Raiders kind of jacked him up when he went to the Raiders?
No, not at all.
Right.
Because Raiders was after Vikings, wasn't it?
Yeah. The Raiders after the Vikings. Yeah. He didn't do too much there. He kind of came back to life when he played for the Patriots. But, Larry Fitzgerald and Randy Moss, two separate receivers. He said he loved Randy Moss, not that he taught him anything. He said he couldn't teach him nothing because there's nothing like you can't copy Randy Moss, basically. You know what I mean? And to your point, that they
you
two different wide receivers. He can copy him, but he was, very generous. Late, I remember there was a story I seen. He let him use his car for graduation because we all know Larry Fitzgerald was the ball boy when Randy Moss was there. So that's their connection. If you didn't know, Larry Fitzgerald was on the sideline for a long time, and his dad is still out in Minnesota doing media and journalism for the games and stuff like that. So yeah. Shout out to Larry Fitzgerald and his dad, man. That's a beautiful life, man. Last week I went over how they got to Pitt, and that was a crazy story on how it was an accident how he even talked to Pitt. So yeah, that was wild.
How Minnesota got who?
Say how Minnesota got who?
How Minnesota got the pick, Mo?
No. How Pittsburgh University Pitt Panthers got to. Got to recruit Larry Fitzgerald coming from Minnesota. He was on his way to Penn State. Got stuck in Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shut down the Parkway. They said, Turnpike, and they said, let's go check out Pitt, and wind up falling in love with Pitt that day, man. Pretty crazy, right there. So, Larry Fitzgerald's part of Pittsburgh for life. We love to have him too, man. For real. And, it was a good Hall of Fame weekend, though, man. Drew Brees, too. Who else was it? Stargell that went in. Drew Brees. We talked about Roger Craig, Adam Vinatieri, Larry Fitzgerald. Who we missing? Who was it? Did you see any of it?
That's a hell of a list right there.
Yeah, that is a hell of a list. And that's what made me think, man. I'm thinking about the guys that's possible to go in next year, man. Next year, we got some pretty good guys right here that's eligible for the Hall of Fame. And starting out with Ben Roethlisberger, you know what I'm saying? And then another guy we love to hate, Rob Gronkowski, Adrian Peterson, Cam Newton, Richard Sherman, and Andrew Whitworth, all eligible for the 2027 Hall of Fame next year, man. Now,
yeah,
I mean, all of these names ring bells without a doubt, man. All the way down to the last one. All of them, to me, probably won't get in first ballot, but all of them, to me, I think are first ballot worthy, especially by impact. You know what I'm saying? All I see is impact when I read this list right here. And, our boy Ben Roethlisberger got the hardware to go with it. So did Richard Sherman. So did Rob Gronkowski. I think Andrew Whitworth got some hardware for the Rams too.
Whitworth.
Yeah. I'm thinking,
offensive tackle.
Yeah. I'm thinking he was on one of them teams. Cam Newton done sniffed the Super Bowl at least. MVP, sniffed the Super Bowl. My question of the week last week is: can your college career help your Hall of Fame status? And I believe it's somewhat true. So a guy like Cam Newton being a Heisman Trophy winner, MVP, Super Bowl participant, impactful player, man. Adrian Peterson. Go ahead.
You gotta. You can't really. You got to keep those two separate.
You do. You do.
You got to keep your college career separate from your pro career.
All I'm saying is do it impacted, though. Do it impacted. Does it help? Is it a bonus? I'm not saying that you judge it off of it, but go ahead. I'm gonna let you go.
Back in the 90s,
right?
There were about 50 Miami quarterbacks that won the Heisman Trophy.
Right.
That couldn't even sniff an NFL roster.
No doubt.
The Gino Torettas of the world.
Well, here's how that works in reverse, though, because I say it in both ways. Now, when you get into the pros and you look like Gino Toretta and you look like Kenny Pickett, does your college want to put you in their ring of honor still, though? Because Kenny Pickett is up for the Pitt University Hall of Fame, but do you think his pro career can mess with that at all?
Well, he didn't. No, I mean he didn't really.
Okay.
He didn't win. He didn't produce a national championship appearance or win.
Well, he won the ACC championship, right? And then he did.
Thank you for making my point. Thank you for making my point for me.
He broke all Dan Marino's records, though, too. He broke all Dan Marino's records, right?
Say it again?
Said he broke all Dan Marino's records.
Yeah, he broke records that Dan Marino. What you have to consider is Marino played
True.
in a time when in a run first
All day.
era of football.
Mm-hmm.
Pickett plays in a pass happy era of football.
Okay.
So yeah, the numbers are going to be skewed, and his numbers are going to look 10 times more magnified than Marino numbers.
Okay, so tell me this. Since you said
So
that,
Marino,
go ahead.
back then, all the quarterbacks had to hand off on first and second down.
Okay. Okay, so tell me this, then. So when it comes to Shedeur Sanders and the controversy they had when Colorado put him in their circle of honor and all that stuff like that, do you feel like he deserved that over Cordell Stewart and stuff like that, even though they played in different times?
Hell no. Cordell Stewart had Colorado constantly in a national championship race and in the top five. Colorado was getting destroyed with Shedeur.
Right. No doubt.
So BYU beat him by 50 in a bowl game or something crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to know how you felt about that because I figured the way you laid out that, Dan Marino stuff, that you would lay out the Colorado stuff the same way because that was a big controversy, man. You know, a lot of people think Shedeur didn't deserve that. Cordell Stewart, that should be in there. I thought Cordell Stewart should have been in there. That was to me that was the problem with it. Not Shedeur going in. I had a problem with Cordell not already being there. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with that?
You had a problem with what?
With Cordell not being in Colorado's Hall of Fame already.
You breaking up?
Yeah, because ain't no way.
You had a problem with what?
I had a problem with Cordell not being in Colorado's Hall of Fame already. That's what I had more of a problem with.
You got a big problem.
Yeah, that's a huge problem.
Cordell hit on a 70 air yard Hail Mary.
Right, that too.
Always had him in the national championship, man. Always had him in the top 5.
For sure. And he played in the air where they weren't throwing the ball all around, you know? So, yeah, like you said, true story. But back to this 2027 notable first-time eligible players. Which one of these dudes, can you see the list? Okay. I thought you could see the list. Anyway, it's Rob Gronkowski, Ben Roethlisberger, Adrian Peterson, Cam Newton, Richard Sherman, and Andrew Whitworth. Which one of these dudes definitely ain't about to be the first time eligible?
I would not give it to. I'm not giving it to Cam. I'm not giving it to Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson got to wait too, huh? Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, I work with Adrian directly at Oklahoma.
Okay.
And I told him he needs 10 to 15 pounds added to his frame, and he didn't do it.
Okay.
And so, he's not as great as people make him out to be because his run gaps are huge.
Mm-hmm.
Line splits and run gaps are huge.
Okay.
And he's running through, like we said, it's pass happy football, and you got and they're slanted towards the center.
Yeah, hold on. Say that again. You was breaking up. Say that last part again.
Teams now, everybody's spread out.
Okay.
And slanted towards top pass.
Right.
But his numbers wouldn't have been great in the 70s Frank era.
Okay, well, explain why. Explain why not.
Not strong enough.
Adrian Peterson?
I work with him directly.
Okay. All right. Now,
I work with him directly.
I feel you on the not a first ballot. Close. I mean, he could be though, man. He easily could be. I can't see why he
No, and the biggest thing, no ring. Not even.
You say no what? No ring? Starge, you break it up. Hold on.
Can you
hold on real quick.
How about now? Okay.
Call ended.
Let me call him right back real quick. But Adrian Peterson? Not strong? Come on, bro. Anyway, he might call back when we try him one more time. But yeah, Adrian Peterson, not strong. I don't know what he talk about on that one. But to me, you there? All right, hold on real quick. Hello? All right, you in there?
Yes, sir.
All right, my bad. All right, so here we go though. You was talking about Adrian Peterson not be strong enough. That threw me off right there. But you say Cam Newton too, without the ring, and that would be the first on your list. Which one of these guys is definitely going in first ballot Hall of Famer, or is it more than one out of Rob Gronkowski, Big Ben, Richard Sherman, or Andrew Whitworth? Then which one of those last four is definitely going in?
Oh, Gronk.
Say, oh, Gronk, yeah, he's the class right there.
Yeah. He's got four rings, and he's with the great Brady.
Right.
So yeah, he's a no doubt.
Yeah, he's up in there. No, Ben Roethlisberger got a chance, or they gonna hold him back because we know why.
No, hold him back because of what?
I mean, he got a little bit of a pass, you know. He got a couple, charges put on him. He kind of got away with it in the past, you know. A lot of people don't. Go ahead.
His off the field issues are forgivable.
Okay.
They were both. They were self-inflicted off the field.
Off the field, yeah, but they did T.O. dirty, but that's a different move though, huh?
T.O.'s a black guy. If a black guy gets a jaywalking ticket or a seatbelt ticket, oh my God, he's the worst guy ever.
Okay.
We need the feds to come in and investigate the guy.
I had to set you up with that one, man. That's funny right there. Yeah. But it's definitely a shame what they did to T.O., man. And it makes you feel if Big Ben gets in before, the first ballot, you know what I'm saying? It just shows right there, for real, man. Because he's had his own problems. A lot of people don't like Big Ben across the league. Teammates, guys that ain't teammates. Joey Porter came out and said, Ben shouldn't say nothing, right? He didn't even mention what he's talking about Ben. We already know the stuff we do know. But Joey Porter said, all the stuff we didn't say about you, Ben, you don't need to talk at all. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that's a quote right there I just can't forget, bruh. I really can't forget that one.
Ben's been protected.
Ben has been protected.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Tonya in the chat says, "What's the word?" Hey man, the word is the Steelers training camp right now. I don't know if Big Ben gonna get up in that Hall of Fame next year. I don't know. Still, Stargell, you say yeah though. You think he's gonna get in first ballot? They hate the Steelers too. The Hall of Fame hates the Steelers.
Well, you know why they hate the Steelers?
There's too many of us in that motherfucker.
Exactly. because the Hall of Fame is the Steelers.
Hell yeah.
They need to move the damn Hall of Fame to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Might as well. We got our own room up that motherfucker.
Yes.
We got our own room for sure. So yeah, that's a lot of stuff that's going might hold back Big Ben, man. That's a lot of stuff. So we'll see. So
That's gonna hold back Big Ben because he's white. So they're gonna
slide him in there.
They're gonna slide right in, move you to the front of the line.
All right, we're gonna see, Stargell. We're gonna see,
And
man.
he's got 2 rings.
Remember this conversation, man. Remember this conversation. All right.
No, I remember. I remember all our conversations.
All right, no doubt. All right, so here I got a video real quick, man. I don't know if you can watch or not, man. I don't know if you got your laptop on you or not.
You got.
Yeah, man. But this is talking about a couple other guys that should have made it first ballot, and they had some notches on them. Not all of them, but at least the first guy they're going to talk about here. You can see it on the screen already. But, you know, sometimes you be a little biased when it's time for the Hall of Fame, and let's see if these dudes is doing that or if they're correct. So let's listen up to the panel with our boy Mike Tomlin on it for his first night. Nobody thought he was going to go on, and then a couple of days before the show, they said, yep, Mike Tomlin going to be on NBC. He's ready, man. Maybe he was practicing and said, I got this, man. I don't need to wait. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my preseason on. So let's go, man.
We're still in shock, and it's not even a debate. This guy should be in the Hall of Fame. We don't even need to take much time. It's crazy, and I think the fact that we even have to talk about this tonight shows how ridiculous it is. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame, but he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and that's a disappointment.
Let's just say it again.
Yeah.
Okay. Six Super Bowl champions. He took them to 3 more. He won 2 as a defensive coordinator. There's the record they had for 20 years in New England. It's mind-boggling.
Say no more.
You know, yeah.
Say no.
Stop at
like
6.
That.
Just say 6 and stop, and put your hands down, and that's it. Listen, we're gonna take Bill Belichick out of the mix, but I wanted to give
All
you
right,
guys.
so they're going to take Bill out the mix, but we ain't just yet because I got some words from a man, Stargell Hill. Now, last time I checked, Bill Belichick was a white guy. They stiff-armed him, bruh. They stiff-armed him. Now, why would they do that to Bill Belichick, man? What is up with that? I just want to know your, you know, what did you tell me last week? Your something knowledge you told me, man. It was a good one. I can't remember what you said. But you had me stuck on that one. You're professional something you told me. But go ahead.
Well, you want to know why they stiff Belichick?
Yeah, they stiff Belichick. You said they ain't going to stiff Ben, but they stiff Belichick.
I'll tell you exactly why they stiff Belichick.
Listening.
Somebody on the committee who pissed them the hell off.
Yeah, personal.
Yeah, that's some personal shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because his resume is you can't even blink.
Can't even come close.
Blink on his resume.
Right. I hear you.
He's got 2 wins with Lawrence Taylor at the Giants, and he's got 6 wins in New England.
Right.
So he's got twice as many Super Bowl wins as the next guy.
Yeah. And he lost like 4 of them too. So that means he had 4 appearances where he ain't even come away from the trophy.
Right. Exactly.
Took an undefeated team into the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can't even blink. You can't even blink at it. He's got one of the greatest resumes in coaching history.
So I like that though. It was personal. Yeah, something had to be personal, huh? I feel you on that though. I feel you. That it was personal with a lot of persons, because a lot of persons ain't like that man. For him not to be in there.
He either slept with somebody's wife.
Damn.
Or they're mad because he's got a 25-year-old wife.
Yeah, they hating on that. They hating on that, ain't they? They hating on that. They hate on that so hard. I be leaving that man alone. I don't even care. When they report that, man, I do not care, man. Bill want him a young girl, and she ain't no baby. Look here, man. She like it too. You know what I'm saying? It go both ways. Ain't nobody with nobody because they forcing them. They ain't got no lightsaber at her neck. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that. She getting what she want, whatever it is out of it. You could marry a woman your age, and she still marry you for your money. So I ain't trying to hear that.
What's that? You ain't trying to hear what?
Well, that oh, she just did with him because it's money and da-da-da. I ain't saying it ain't true, but what I'm saying is a woman your age, and that's right, and you know, can still marry you for what you got, you know, and not because of who you are, you know.
It doesn't matter if she married for money or not. They grown.
Yeah, exactly.
Are they both over 18?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Okay.
No doubt.
He might want to give his money away. You don't know that.
Absolutely. I totally agree. It'd be like that for real.
Yeah. He's last time I checked, he's a grown ass man.
Yep. I'm with you on that. All right, let's move on to the next video real quick. Well, actually, we're going to stay with the same video here. And yeah, did I bring it back up? Yeah, let's stay with the same video and see what Mike Tomlin got to say next.
Golden ticket, and you can just get somebody into the Hall of Fame. Who would you give a golden ticket to, Coach?
My golden ticket unquestionably goes to Hines Ward. He's got Hall of Fame numbers. He's got 1,000 career catches, 12,000 yards, 85 touchdowns, a Super Bowl MVP. But beyond the statistics, man, it was his style of play. This guy was predator, not prey. Every defensive player in the National Football League feared Hines Ward.
You can see him hunting him down in the video right here. There you go, Coach. You like to see that.
I was there. I remember.
When you played against Hines Ward, you hated him. No DB liked playing against Hines Ward. He would try to take your head off. But my golden ticket will go to Vince Wilfork.
All right, so yeah, hey, that's Mike Tomlin. And like, I'm proud of Mike Tomlin. What else would he do, of course? But hey, bring up Hines Ward, man. Hines Ward definitely need to get up in this Hall of Fame, Storage. What you think, man? Our boy Hines Ward getting cheated. And for how long has Hines Ward been cheated for the Hall of Fame? I think he's been up for the last, 4 or 5 years, I think, and just keep getting passed up.
Hines is a personal buddy of mine. And that's on the personal side.
Okay.
On the professional side, toughest receiver to ever put on a football uniform. He's broken a couple of linebackers' jaws.
True.
He's won a couple of Super Bowls. He's caught touchdown passes. He's one of the few receivers to throw a touchdown in a Super Bowl.
Right.
He's just like Belichick. He has his resume is too good for him not to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, for sure.
He needs to, and he's had the prettiest smile in football.
Yeah, definitely always smiling. Tony in the chat says, no matter how hard Ward got hit, the grin always made them hate him even more. Yeah, you said it. You just said that.
That damn smile, it came through his face mask.
Yeah, sure.
So you gotta have him.
Yeah. Gotta have Hines Ward up in there, man.
Must have.
Yeah. And we already seen, or we already heard a little bit of what McCourty was about to say next. Let's listen up. We go back a little bit. And let's listen up to Devin McCourty say who he thinks should get in the Hall of Fame next year.
Like playing against Hines Ward, he would try to take your head off. But my golden ticket will go to Vince Wilfork. He's a old school nose tackle. He came in the game, and back then, teams wanted to establish the run. You couldn't run where Vince Wilfork was. And what I loved, I would go in there and talk to Coach Belichick, and he said what he loved the most about Vince was Vince would come in on a Tuesday and say, hey, Bill, this guy that plays tackle is their best player. line me up over him. Let me go play defensive end. Then the next week, line me up over here. He wanted the challenge of playing against the
Run
best.
into the fight.
He would dominate him too, Coach.
Yeah, you know, my assumption is that Witten, Tyron Smith, and Zach Martin are locks.
Okay.
So I'm saving my golden ticket for Darren Woodson. 13 years of safety, 3 Super Bowl champion, you know, first team All-Pro, all of that stuff. But the one that sticks out for me is 1,350 tackles. The number one tackler in the history of the Dallas Cowboys, averaged over 100 tackles a year. He played deep safety, he played down safety, and he played nickelback. 220 pounds, he ran 4.3, one of the elite players on those championship teams.
All right, guys, I got to go.
Well, there you go. Vince Wilfork, Darren Woodson should have good chances of going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. They definitely don't make defensive tackles like Vince Wilfork anymore, man. They definitely don't do that. And Darren Woodson, man, a lot of people would say they think Darren Woodson should be in the Hall of Fame, definitely considered to be in the Hall of Fame. But to me, for real, I don't know. It might be a tie between Vince Wilfork and Hines Ward, or who deserves to get in there. Who you think between Hines Ward and Vince Wilfork, if you had to choose one of them dudes on a unbiased level, Stargell, who would you choose?
Oh, you gotta go with Hines.
Gotta go with Hines. Yeah.
Hines is a guy that defined the position.
Yeah.
With his toughness, you could have put him in middle linebacker. You could have put him at nose guard with his mentality.
Well, he definitely came up. He was in school. He was playing everything, man. He was playing running back, quarterback, wide receiver.
He was a quarterback at Georgia.
Right. He was everything.
Coward's crazy for not having him throw more.
Oh yeah, should have did it even more. That. Go ahead.
Coward's insane. He's insane.
Well, he had another quarterback at wide receiver, Randall Hill, though.
Randall L. I mean,
that's why he threw less, because once he got Randall L, he was letting him throw it to Hines Ward. We all know the epic catch in the Super Bowl. Yeah, so you know Hines Ward got everything to go that goes with the Super Bowl. The Hall of Fame status, man. He definitely got the fame. He got the he got the smile. Everybody love him. You know, he cried at his retirement. He's a one helmet guy. Come on now. The only reason Hines Ward ain't in the Hall of Fame is truly Steeler hate at the Hall of Fame. It's already in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
Only one reason. Too many Steelers in there.
Yeah, there's only one reason. Only one reason.
That's the only reason.
All right, Stargell, man, look here, man. It's going to be an early night for me. I ain't leaving yet, though. But before we get out of here, let's talk about some Steelers training camp, man. All right. Anything you seen lately in Steelers training camp that catch your eye, you want to say something about? Is you ready for the game yet? Does this seem like it's taking too long to get here? That's kind of how I'm feeling, man. It's just like, dang, man, it's taking forever.
No, but you would think that, but you got to. It's part of the process.
For sure.
You have to let this long time pass, because the first thing we said, this stuff takes years off your life.
Oh, right.
That's why 16, 17 games, that's a whole hell of a lot of games.
Okay, so speaking of that, let me ask you a question that I asked a lot of people, all right?
Uh-huh.
I said, let me ask you a question that I asked a lot of people.
Go ahead.
3 preseason games. They're talking about going to 2 preseason games. We used to have 4 preseason games. Wasn't there 5 preseason games back in the day?
Probably.
I think so. But you, as you know, watching the NFL for years and years, do you think this is a better thing for the NFL product, doing less and less preseason games, and having more regular season games, or is it worse for the NFL product to have the less games?
It's worse.
Mm-hmm.
It's worse because the preseason is just 2 things.
Okay.
1, to get in shape.
Right.
2, to evaluate new guys.
Yes,
That's
sir.
all it is.
Yes,
That's
sir.
all it is.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who wins what.
Right.
The games It does not matter. It means nothing because there's no game plan. Defensive coordinators aren't scheming up.
Right.
So you're gonna get a whole bunch of false positives. We've seen 1988 Dallas Cowboys undefeated preseason, won the Super Bowl in August. But guess what? There is no Super Bowl in August.
Yeah.
5-0. What was the final record? 1-15.
Yep. I remember Kenny Pickett looked it great in the preseason. You remember that?
Exactly.
He was undefeated in the preseason, and everybody was going crazy. We thought we had a ticket, and that boy can't do nothing, man. That's crazy. He had his hype, too.
On the flip side, the teams that win the Super Bowl, 0-4 in the preseason.
Exactly. It'd be working like that. It'd be working like that, for sure, for sure. Because if you, sometimes coaches, see, what I don't like about less preseason games is my coaching mind triggers when I see less preseason games, because it's like you said, it's for getting your team ready. It's for looking at new players, special teams players, guys you just drafted. And the more and more snaps I can get them in a real game, that's what I need to evaluate my team properly. You know, if we go down to 2 games, I mean, you'll really be playing your starters, trying to get them ready one week. Then the backups might get a chance the next week. Depends on the coach and the situation. If it's a first-year coach, he might be forcing his starters out there. Like, I ain't got time for the backups, you know? But right. We all know.
What you're saying is it's too much of a rush. It's a rush.
Yeah. And it's gonna water down the beginning of the season and the coaching of the game. You know what I mean? Like the evaluation of the game. You can't do that. Now,
the young guys and new guys, they need those 4 and 5 weeks. Why? Because some guys, it may take them 3 weeks to pick up what this new team has put in them, and you might not see flashes of their brilliance and talent until that 4th or 5th week.
Right.
Because they were busy. They were too busy absorbing and trying to pick up the new playbook.
Very true.
Those first 3 or 4 weeks. So yeah, you need that time. That time is necessary.
Definitely. But yeah, man, a couple guys looking good at training camp. You see, my question of the day, this is one of the guys that looking real good at training camp, is DK Metcalf, the Steelers franchise players. My question of the day, what you think, Stargell, is DK Metcalf? I mean, it ain't Rodgers. He's too old. TJ Watt, everybody calling him too old. Hayward getting too old. Who's our franchise player? Definitely DK. I feel you, man. Losing you a little bit.
He's a field stretcher.
Oh yeah, you just got real low all of a sudden. You said say that one more time.
DK is a field stretcher.
Okay, yeah. And what that mean? Field specialist?
Field stretcher. He stretches the field.
Okay.
He opens up the passing game in the playbook.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, DK, man, DK needs a big year this year, you ask me. DK needs a huge year if the Steelers want to make the playoffs.
He's a walking dude. He's the latest version of Randy Moss.
Right. You doing something on your side? Because you got real low on me real quick.
Oh, let me see.
There we go. Yeah, you back.
Okay.
Whatever you just did. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's a field stretcher, but...
Stretcher. There you go, because we couldn't hear you.
Right. Now, the Steeler coaching is real bonehead.
Right.
If they let me up there for 10 minutes, I could deliver an undefeated Super Bowl season.
With Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Damn. Bold.
What's the tight end name? Washington?
True.
They don't realize that guy is Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay.
If they would just teach him to seal off a receiver. A receiver can't get around him.
Right. That's all you got to do. Shield them off. True story. They showed it a couple times, and then all of a sudden they stopped doing it.
Automatic 12, 15 yards.
True story.
Automatic. It's unstoppable. How many guys could guard Shaquille O'Neal one-on-one?
Right, I feel you. Different game, though. Football's a little different.
But it's the same physiology and dynamic.
Of boxing somebody out.
He'll just hold him off and hold him.
Yeah.
And you know what else you could do with him?
I'm listening.
You can run picks for the wide receivers off of him.
Just being so big. Yeah.
If the wide receivers would you get in a triple set and run receivers off of his butt.
Yeah.
When receivers come off of his butt, guess what? They're wide open.
And he got to run it smooth, though, because they're going to let her call that one.
No, he doesn't have to touch anybody. They run off of his butt.
Yeah.
Just like the running back runs off the butt of his tackle.
No, I know what you're saying.
Off his hip.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, and he's at his natural size. He's not sticking his arm out. You can't call him for a pick play unless he sticks his arm out.
Right.
And they don't. They go to him 3-4 times a game? Are you nuts?
Okay. You know, there's a lot of people out there that think the other tight end, though, Pat Freiermuth, who's having a great camp, should be, the number one tight end connection, though. What you think? What side you on?
He's not Gronkowski. He doesn't have the speed. You have to catch him when he's wide open, and all the other receivers are covered and double covered.
So if this was your team, Darnell Washington would be your starter, huh?
What?
Hey.
He's bigger than Eric Green.
He's definitely bigger than Eric Green, man. Eric Green was a big boy, but they wore a lot more pads. Shoulder pads was bigger back then, but yeah.
Darnell should have easy 200 yards a game.
Jeez. Don't say that much.
Easy.
He ain't even broke 100 yet, man.
Exactly. Because they don't know how to use it.
They don't know how to use it.
Do your seals and picks.
We're going to see. We're going to see, Stargell, because I love for you to be right. You can have some good games, man. We can win. That's all I'm about is winning. But I do think we need to get the ball to Pat Freiermuth. We can use them both, though, man. You got to manage. That's hard to manage because, like I always say, it's hard to take. What's his name? Freaking Darnell Washington off the field because of his size and the way he can block. So you gotta camouflage it with a pass to him every now and then. And to get Freiermuth in the game, it's gonna be difficult, man. It's gonna be difficult. And I think that's the problem they ran into last year. As bad as the coaching was last year on offense, I think that was a legit problem they had. They were trying to keep Darnell Washington out there. You gotta throw him the ball if you don't want the defense to tip off every time you get in the game. It's a run.
They're not using him. He's unguardable and unstoppable.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, hey man, he gets tired fast. He ain't that fast. I ain't saying he ain't a weapon, but I don't know. You might be going a little too hard on unguardable.
Oh, no, I know what I'm saying. Shaquille O'Neal's a buddy of mine.
Right.
I know how this thing works. No, name somebody that gets tired of winning. Name somebody that gets tired of success. He gets tired because they're not using him.
Like endurance?
Yeah.
I think they used him pretty good last year. A lot of people complained that he got too much time.
Bro, this is not high school football where you got 8 classes.
Okay.
This is pro ball. You're getting a real check that cashes.
Okay.
With 7 figures on it.
And what you saying?
You got all week to work on your damn endurance.
Okay.
And if you still have an endurance problem, all right, go out in that first half and get me 80 yards, and I'll let you sit down for 10 minutes.
Nah, that ain't it, man. It's that he played at 311 pounds last year. That boy be tired.
Come back and get me another 80 yards. I'll work with you if you work with me.
So you ain't seen him getting tired, Darnell Washington last year. You didn't see him suck and win.
I got tired. I got tired of the Steelers not using him worth a damn.
Okay.
And this is pro ball. I'm a trainer.
Right.
I will drop 20 pounds off his ass.
That's what they did. That's what they did.
Yeah. Hey, whatever's clever, whatever works.
I think that's the reason he got paid. If he didn't lose that weight, I don't think the Steelers pay him.
Right. Exactly.
I don't. I think they see him as a weapon, but they still. I think he was a little overweight last year. Like I said, I seen sometimes, not only just getting caught from the back, but like getting caught real quick from the back. And I seen some endurance problems with him. But other than that, man, I think Darnell Washington is definitely a weapon.
The problem with Steeler coaching is they never seen nothing like him, and so they train him like a damn receiver. Train him like Earl Campbell.
Hey, that's something that Mike McCarthy been looking at already. They got him at fullback.
There you go.
Oh man, you like that too? I say stay away from that, man. I see how much you gonna do that. You might as well, if you want him to block, just leave him at tight end at the point of attack.
I'll put him at fullback after doing what I told you to do by doing seals and picks.
Right.
I do seals and picks first. At OU, I had a guy named Keith Jackson.
Right.
That won the Super Bowl with Green Bay.
Keith Jackson's the man.
Nebraska came to town in '85, and we pulled out a tight end reverse, and Keith Jackson went for a 60-yard touchdown. You could do stuff like that.
Right.
There's a word they got out the Steelers need to look up. It's called creativity.
Well, we got new coaches. We shall see, right?
New old coaches.
Hey, I feel you. But we shall see if they get a little more creative with your boy. They paid the man, so I'm guessing the Rooneys want him to step it up. But we shall see what McCarthy's going to do with him. But they all been looking good at practice, man. Freiermuth, Washington, some of the wide receivers like Roman Wilson, DK Metcalf. Ain't heard a lot about Michael Pittman. Heard he got a little banged up today Saturday night, looking at his leg or whatever. Other than that, I think the passing game will definitely be better this year than last year, just because the familiarity with the wide receivers for Aaron Rodgers in his second season. The playbook is changing real quick, but I think this is going to be a good change compared to Arthur Smith. That was horrible. That was horrible last year. We can't deal with that. But
we could win the Super Bowl.
We could. I think the Steelers can be a Super Bowl contender if the things go right for them. I really don't fear the Bengals like that. I really don't fear the Ravens like that. If them two teams don't fix their defense, I don't really care about them two quarterbacks like that. Now, can those two quarterbacks go out there and win a game whenever on any given Sunday? Of course, they can go steal a game from you all day. But are they going to steal games all season with those two horrible defenses, man? Now, the Ravens ain't used to having a horrible defense, but last year, one of the worst defenses in the league, and I don't see how much they did to really change it around. I don't think Trey Hendrickson helps them that much. I don't think defensive ends change games. I don't. Even TJ Watt, even Myles Garrett, there's plenty of proof that Myles Garrett does not change games, okay? He had 5 sacks and Cleveland still lost. You know what I mean? So he's been sacking people for years and Cleveland been losing. So no, defensive end ain't going to make that much of an impact. Even though you want to get to the quarterback, it ain't going to help. If your defense is trash and they give it up points after points after points and points and putting pressure on your quarterback. It's going to...
Between your two tackles, between your two D tackles and your middle linebacker, 2 of the 3 have to be all pro.
Right.
And the third one has to be good.
And that's another thing they've been talking about you talking about on defense, right?
Yeah.
At practice, man. I really think they were talking about the starting defensive line, and they said Yaya Black was out there, Harmon, and Hayward. So I really like Yaya Black being a big guy. I think he's going to be a run stuffer. And everybody was surprised that Keanu Benton was coming off the bench, but he's more of the pass rusher of them two dudes. So I really like it what Patrick Graham is doing and focusing on the run on first down, because I really truly think this league is getting back into a running league. We was talking about that with Adrian Peterson and, what kind of league it was at the time and the league he was in a little bit. I think the league is going back to rushing the ball.
It'll never go back to running.
I don't know, man. Bijan, look at these running backs, man. They got some good running backs in the NFL last year. You just had 2,000 yards by Saquon, 2,000 yards by, what's his name not too long ago? Derrick Henry, pretty much in the same year.
Yeah. You just named me 3 or 4 running backs.
And they ain't the highest paid ones, though. You got your Bijan Robinson that's catching 70-something passes along with getting 1,400 yards. James Cook, Jonathan Taylor, Jahmyr Gibbs. Oh, man, there's a lot of good running backs. We like our running backs, Rico Dowdle, Jalen Warren. Those are key players on our team.
For every running back you name is 4 receivers.
Yeah, I don't know about as good as they are, though, or is more impact on the game. You can't tell me Zay Flowers, that's getting paid $140 million over 4 years, is a more impact player than Bijan Robinson, who's only making $75 million over 3 years. You ain't gonna tell me he's catching.
No. Paying is a different deal.
Well, what I'm saying is the impact. They don't have the impact either. Because if I'm running for 1,400 yards and I'm catching for almost 1,000, and all you got to do is catch for 1,000 yards, 1,200 yards, and you get paid more than me, they might value wide receivers more, but what I'm saying is they're not more impactful than a running back, even right now.
Here's what you're going to learn. Here's the hardest lesson you'll learn about pro sports.
Right.
They don't care about impact and winning. They care about the number one thing is the politics.
I mean, I know that's true. That's true. Yeah. I'm just digging down at the factuals, cave, because yeah, man, it's definitely lopsided when it comes to money. Like you said, you can't include money. I was just throwing it in there to show that the difference between the impact of the players and the finance who they really value, though, for whatever reason. Like just like the defensive end I was talking about. I don't think they make impacts, but you're still going to have your T.J. Watts and your Myles Garrett being the most expensive players because they sack the most important person. They take out the quarterback.
Right.
Who's valued the most, But hey, man, hey, Star Joe, got to cut out early tonight, man. Any last words before we get out of here? Anything you looking forward to in the sports world? Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
No, just same thing I say every week, man. You're doing an outstanding job.
No doubt. I appreciate you calling, man.
Keep showing up. You keep showing up. I keep pulling up.
Hey, no doubt. No doubt.
You at the highest level. Playing at the highest level, brother.
All right, man. Well, everybody out there, man, make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the channel too, man. Everybody out there that can help me out, share the channel so we can get, connected with more people. More people. We had some podcast wars out here this week, man, and they is talking about organically and building organically. Hey, that's what we done did around here. You know what I'm saying? Other people getting subscribers for free and all that good stuff. So we'll get into that Tuesday night on the Freestyle Show. But yeah, man, we out of here, man. It's the Underground Sports Show. Next time, man, I'll see y'all around. Out. Yes, sir. Out. Peace.
Yeah, it's the underground. It's the underground. It's the underground. It's the underground. You better pass. You better run. And that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the underground. It's the underground. Yeah, it's the underground. It's the underground. You better pass. You better run. And that's your ass. Boy, you done. Move the sticks. First You don't really want it, but you really need it. It's the underground, man, we undefeated. Michael Jackson couldn't beat it, fourth down, couldn't reach it, man, your squad about to lose it. Go ahead and face the music, flip a coin, you still lost. Pay the cost to beat the bars, turn your motherfucking lights off. Yeah, CTE, these niggas can't see me. Got your head fucked up, got the gang locked up, and it's over for your ass. Fourth down, you better pass. You know what it is, you ain't gotta ask. It's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done.